Do you find that you have a rather short fuse when it comes to dealing with certain feline actions and behaviors? Does it seem that your cat goes out of its way just to annoy you? In today's video, I'll talk about some of those perceived annoying actions and unlock what your cat is really attempting to tell you. Stay tuned. As much as we love our cats, sometimes they can just get on our very last nerve. And depending on personality, it would seem that some felines just live for getting under our skin and attempting to get the best of us. The more we hate something, the more old Garfield will continue to press that button, or so it seems at times. Jumping up on tables, the kitchen counter, every bookshelf in your house, and just messing around in places where they know they don't belong. And how about this one? Resting on your computer keyboard. You're busy on a big work project, handling personal finances, just something big, and here comes your cat, just walking all around and getting comfortable with that space bar and everything else. Super annoying. And here's one, knocking things over. All is quiet and right with the world, and then crash. Some cherished figurine comes crashing down. Heck, it could be anything. Flower pot, figurines, just another annoyance. And finally, litter box misbehavior, just making things more difficult. All that added cleanup. Those are just a few of the actions and behaviors that can be deemed as annoying. I think, at least on some level, we've all been there. It's not really blatant bad behavior per se, but rather things that we, as owners, could simply do without. So the question is your cat just being a cat, or is your cat doing all of these things to truly annoy you, to make you upset? Does your cat really have some type of hidden agenda? What all of this really boils down to is attention-seeking behavior and actions. Your cat doesn't have some grand plan against you, and to the topic question, your cat is not annoying you on purpose. Frankly, your cat doesn't know what annoying you really means. They're not trying to get under your skin, they're just trying to get your attention. I mean, after all, your cat can't call or send a text. Felines are quite savvy, and they know that if they do certain things that you'll notice, we call it annoying. They probably call it genius. Let's take the computer keyboard example. If you're just working away and fully invested in what you're doing, that naturally means that you don't have time for much else, and you don't have time for your cat. Well, as you pound away at that keyboard, your cat will notice. And the walk around and resting on the keys, that's a form of interference. If I attempt to stop what you're doing, then you'll have no choice but to pay attention to me. And on some level, most all actions that we would deem annoying are for the same basic reason. Some level of intention is involved, a form of communication. In some cases, annoying actions could be your cat's attempt to convey discomfort. It's not uncommon for cats to act out a bit if they're not feeling well. As an owner, it's important to read your cat's body language. What is true communication and what is simply a cry for playful attention? How you act will likely determine your cat's next move. And in most cases, your cat will stop doing certain things if they realize that you're not responding and not reacting. Actions that are ignored typically don't last too long. Now, I do realize what you might be thinking. When should I act and when should I ignore? What if my cat is being annoying and at the core of it all is something serious? My first piece of advice, and this is just good advice across the board regardless of the situation, and that's to make sure your cat is going to the vet on a regular basis. Knowing that your cat is in good health can to some degree dictate how proactive you are when responding to perceived annoying behaviors and actions. Before assuming that your cat needs to be taught to stay off the table, make sure that a health concern isn't the reason for being up there in the first place. Does your cat engage in repeated annoying behaviors? Does your cat seem to do the same things over and over again? If this is the case, find a way to change this behavior, these actions, Does the annoying behavior take place after you've done something specific? Examine the big picture and see if you can find some type of catalyst involved. Say your cat's on the bookshelf. You're annoyed. What happened just prior? What are you doing currently? There's a chance that you could find something that you didn't realize before that is prompting the action in the first place. Another way to address this issue is to cater to your cat prior to undertaking something that will take your attention away. For example, if you're about to use that computer and engage in a big work project, play with your pet just prior. Let's work out all of that energy and give your pet your full attention. There's a chance that your cat will be napping soon after, thus giving you plenty of time to work. Your cat will be less likely to interfere and beg for your attention if they just received it. When it comes to a topic like this, so much involves your cat's personality, your day-to-day life, and quite frankly, what you deem to be annoying. This is why there's really no one-size-fits-all solution. What I can tell you with certainty is that your cat isn't giving you a hard time on purpose, and your cat doesn't hate you. It's all about communication and essentially doing something, anything, that will divert your attention to them. And let's not forget the obvious. Your cat is an animal driven by instincts, and some of the annoying behavior, well, it probably has nothing to do with you at all. If a cat sort of catches a mood and decides to run around the house and knock stuff over in the process, I mean, that's just how it goes sometimes. I think even expert pet owners can tell you there's really only so much you can do when it comes to instincts. You can appeal to positive behavior and somewhat train your cat not to engage in certain activities on purpose, but accidents will always happen and annoying habits will always exist. I mean, look at it from the other side of the field for just a moment. Cats, they probably stay annoyed with us. Somewhere in an alternate universe, there's a cat watching a video wondering if his owner is annoying on purpose and how to sort it all out. If your cat is constantly bothering you, make sure everything is okay. That is paramount. Make sure nothing is seriously wrong. If everything checks out and your cat is just being a bit contrary, then exercise patience, a bit of tough love at times, and also make the very most of the time that you are able to spend with your pet. Sometimes cats will engage in off-putting behaviors if they're not getting enough love and affection just in general. One of the biggest ways to get your cat out of your hair, perhaps literally in some cases, is to cater to their wants and needs throughout the day. Sort of like that computer example, your cat will be much more likely to leave you alone if love and affection over the course of the entire day is not in short supply. And just to put a bow on things, annoying things, well, how much can you truly tolerate? And what is your definition of annoying? It's all very subjective, right? I can't tell you this much. Your cat isn't doing it on purpose to harm you. In fact, they wouldn't bother you if they didn't care. So whether the annoyance is directly or indirectly, as long as your cat is happy, healthy, and all of those essential needs are being met, just understand that what's left is all part of the ownership journey. Today's annoyance is tomorrow's memory. Some things just need to be taken with a grain of salt, and unless your cat has a Word document saved with plans to destroy you and your home, you're going to be just fine. Remember when your cat jumped in the sink while you were washing dishes? Well, 10 years from now, that major annoyance will be something you think back on and cherish. I guarantee it. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you as a member of the Senior Cat Wellness family. And until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.